Hey, how's it going, guys? MrBossFTW here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we have some pretty interesting information to talk about, in particular about Rockstar Games, and specifically one of their upcoming titles. Now, I'm not talking about Red Dead Redemption 2, we're actually going to be looking a little forward further in the future. So right now, the leaked information that's being passed around is that Rockstar Games already has a Sony PlayStation 5 development kit and is going to be making one of the feature titles for that console when it actually launches. Now, we don't know when that's going to be. We can speculate that it's probably going to be sometime in 2020, maybe 2021. I would say 2019 is probably a little early for the next generation systems, but who knows? Sony might do something at E3 this year that points to them doing a new console maybe next year. Now, we already sort of know what Rockstar is going to do for Red Dead Redemption 2. It's supposed to be coming out on October 26th, 2018, and it's going to be coming out for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And we know the song and dance Rockstar is going to do, you know, maybe a year or a half a year is going to go by, and then they'll say, hey, look at this, it's available for PC, and then that'll be that. They probably won't do any remastered or advanced versions of that. Maybe the only thing I consider is maybe like a pro version of each game, but I highly doubt that. So we know that Red Dead Redemption 2 is pretty set in stone. So where does that leave us after? Now, this information is actually coming from two sources that I think are interesting. The first is from the YouTube channel The Know. Now, if that name is sort of familiar to you, well, it should be, because about a month ago, The Know actually leaked that Rockstar's next Grand Theft Auto title was basically going to take place in Miami, in Vice City. We were going to be traveling to South America. It was called Project Americas. It was going to be coming out in 2021, 2022, and that it was going to have a major female lead character. Now, The Know claims that their source was a Rockstar insider. I would imagine someone that has that information is either directly working at Rockstar or very closely connected at Rockstar. And isn't it kind of ironic and sort of a coincidence that about 3 or 4 weeks later, they come out with another big bit of information, which of course I'll leave a link to in the description, that Rockstar Games is one of the major AAA developers that actually has a Sony PlayStation 5 development kit and is working on that. So in case you guys don't know what that is, these companies like Sony and Microsoft, they'll send developer kits out to big AAA titles and studios like Ubisoft or Rockstar so that they can actually start developing and making games for a console like the PlayStation 5 when it comes out on day one. These developers don't get the console the same day that we do. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any games for at least a couple of months, probably likely years or two away. So even though the PlayStation 5 probably won't be coming out for 2, 3, maybe let's say 4 years from now, Rockstar already has their developer kit and is probably making a game for that. Now, in case you don't know what a dev kit looks like, this is one that Rockstar's actually received for the PlayStation 3. So even though it's obviously a different system, it's an older one at this point, it actually looks somewhat similar to the final design of the console. You can see this PlayStation 3 dev kit right here looks exactly like the PlayStation 3. So the ones they get are actually really similar to the ones we get. Obviously, just not developer versions. So that kind of begs the question, what is Rockstar working on with the PlayStation 5 development kit? And I feel like there's a couple of different things here. So the first thing I could see is Rockstar just absolutely hitting a home run with this. And that would be launching a new Grand Theft Auto title on a new system. So Rockstar have never really done that. They're always either right at the beginning of a new console or right at the end of a new console. So with Grand Theft Auto 4, the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 had been out for about a year, and then GTA 4 came out. And then with Grand Theft Auto 5, they basically put it out on the 360 and the PS3 in like the final month and a half of that console really being relevant. And then the new consoles came out, and about a year later, they ended up re-releasing it again. But there's never been a case where a new console has launched and one of the feature either exclusive titles or launching titles is a Grand Theft Auto game. Now, here's why I could see Rockstar doing that. The success of GTA 5. So as it stands right now, Grand Theft Auto 5 has sold over 90 million copies. And there's a good chance within the next month or so or year or so, whatever the case is, they're probably going to get that to over 100 million. Rockstar obviously know the success of that, and they definitely know how much money and profit that's generated them. And imagine how much money and profit they would generate in game sales if they launched a Grand Theft Auto title at the same time a new system is coming out. That would be absolutely insane to just think about. So I could see that being very, very cool and one possibility that Rockstar could do. Or if they wanted to do one of their other titles. Now, I think it would be highly unlikely that Rockstar would go Red Dead Redemption, GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, and then the next Grand Theft Auto game. I feel like Rockstar is going to want to cycle some of their other titles in there, and this would open the door for another potential Rockstar release, maybe like Bully 2, Max Payne 4, another version of Midnight Club. Maybe it's a simple game like Tennis Table or Beaterator or something like that. I feel like that's what Rockstar could do. Maybe sort of a simple game to launch on the new system, the PlayStation 5. And then once that's been out for a year and a half, that's when they would go ahead and greenlight Grand Theft Auto 6 or Vice City 2 or whatever it's going to be called to end up coming out next. Now, I know this might be a little bit confusing, and I will leave all the sources that I'm using for this video in the description. Oddly enough, XXII also sort of did something similar to that. He said this on Twitter the other day. He said, "Breaking news. It seems that Rockstar Games already has a developer kit for the next generation consoles. They would actually be working on several games to debut, including GTA 6, which is tipped to be the first or hinted to be the first game for next generation." So that is very interesting. I don't know if he is reading that from the same source that I am, or if he happens to know something we don't. All I know is I'm pretty excited for what Rockstar is next. I know a lot of people are going to want to focus on Red Dead Redemption 2, and rightfully so. That's going to be an incredible game. It's obviously going to be very, very cool. But I'm also excited in general for the next generation consoles. I always love this time where, you know, not many details are known about what's going to be coming up next, but everyone's excited for it. And the developers are getting their games ready. And wouldn't it be cool to see a massive Rockstar title, whatever it is, launch with the next generation system? That would just be so awesome, in my opinion. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What do you think Rockstar is going to do on the next generation system, whether that's PlayStation 5 or something totally different? Do you think they're going to launch a major title like Grand Theft Auto? Or do you think they do something more simple and they do one of their smaller titles? Let me know your thoughts, opinions more in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.